Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people share the worst dates they have witnessed. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I was witnessing what seemed like a great first date. So well, they started making out at the bar. He had long hair but a 5 head and a bald spot. His hat came off in the heated moment and I saw the look on her face. I saw her weeks later and she used the phrase hatfished and I'll never forget it. Still feel bad for the dude. He was super nice and paid for everything. That's messed up. Dude, if I witnessed that, I would feel so freaking bad for the guy. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just hair. Was working at a bar one weekday night. Woman comes in, orders a drink and sits at the bar. On the opposite end of the bar, a man comes in, orders a drink and takes a seat. An hour passes. They sat in positions that block the view of each other. After an hour, I hear the man mutter "F this" and put on his coat to leave. Heads for the exit near where the woman is sat. They spot each other and realize what happened. Personally, if that had happened to me, I think it'd be very funny. But these two seemed annoyed with each other, didn't seem to talk a great deal and parted after about 45 minutes. The biggest question of all really was, why didn't either text whereabouts to each other? Surely they had communicated beforehand. So they went to the same place and they sat at different tables, but they didn't know? And they just assumed the other party was late? Yeah. I can see why it didn't work out, because they were already pissed off. Alright, because they assumed they were late. So the both of them were pissed off at each other. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, you actually sat here? And even after they found out, they're probably thinking, why didn't he text me? And he's going to be thinking, why didn't she text me? And they hate each other already. So yeah. I'm not a bartender, but friends with a bartender who told me about her own bad date. They make plans to go out and she ends up driving the guy to the event. But before they even get there, he says he has to take a leak. They can't find anywhere with a public restroom, so he ducks into an alleyway to piss behind a dumpster. Then she hears him start sweating profusely, wondering what's wrong. He finally admits he gambled and lost, and has shit his pants. She promptly drove him home with the windows open, nobody talking. End date. Dude, she took it like a champ. I mean, I hope he cleaned her car for her afterwards, right? You know, if I really like the person, I wouldn't mind, as long as they came back to try to solve the issue. I need to know that they felt bad, right? So you need to do something to show me that you want to make it up to me, kind of thing. A guy showed up to the bar when it was a touch slow. I got his first beer and noted he was dressed pretty nicely. Being the chatty guy I am, I asked him if there was a special occasion or something. He said he was waiting for a girl to show up for their first date and pretty excited. Guy hangs out a bit at the bar top for a bit before miling around, comes back and orders some onion rings and another beer. Things got a bit busier, so I didn't keep close tabs on him. But then an hour or two went by and I noticed he was still there alone, and he looked a bit confused and saddened. So I asked him how he was doing. He said she hadn't shown up yet. But I've been there. I got him a drink at the house and asked if he needed anything else. An hour later, the date finally shows up, completely plastered, and they walk up together to sit down, and she tries ordering some shots. I know most bartenders in most places won't really stop themselves from over-serving someone, but I told her perhaps we should slow down a bit. Here's a glass of water and a free soda. She knocked both over, demanded shots. Guy was clearly embarrassed. They put in a small food order, and about 30 minutes later, I saw him pouring her into a cab with a to-go container. He came back in and we just chit-chatted when we could for the rest of the night. Oh, dude. He sounds like a great guy. The fact that he basically waited like 3 hours. Wow. That shows you he's a really patient guy, honestly. I love that. But dude, what the hell is she thinking? Why are you getting freaking drunk before a date? That's crazy. Was tending an empty bar one night when a good-looking blind dude in his 40s with a seeing eye dog came in. He sat at the bar, asked some questions, and I got him some wine. He was really friendly and we were having a good time chatting. Told me he was meeting his date there and they were going to leave to see a show. He then asked me, hey, can my dog sit at the bar? You mean in a stool at the bar he'll do that? Yeah. There was no one else there. Okay man, sure. He snapped his fingers and the dog, a full-grown German Shepherd, hopped into the bar stool, and now both he and his dog were sitting across from me. All three of us on equal eye level. Dude, I would fall in love. I'm sorry. This was pretty entertaining and I was having a blast joking with the guy. He then asked if his dog could have a beer. After a quick back and forth, I poured an IPA into a bowl in front of the dog, who housed the whole thing in about 10 seconds flat. Damn! That's freaking cool. That's adorable. I was bouncing one night when there was a first date going on. His date went to the bathroom. He went to the bar and pounded a few shots, then attempted to grope a woman sitting at the bar. His date walked out of the bathroom as I was hauling him out. That's freaking embarrassing, man. Oh my gosh, what the hell? I was bartending at a casual fine dining seafood restaurant on a Monday night. An older man, probably in his mid-60s, comes to the corner of the bar and asks me for a glass of our best red. I give him the wine list and he selects the most expensive glass, which he cannot pronounce. He tells me he's waiting on someone as he sucks down the glass. He pays for it and continues to wait. About 20 minutes later, he orders another glass and tabs out again. Roughly an hour after he got to the bar, a woman, probably 10 years younger than him, shows up. The man turns around and loudly says in a disappointed tone, "Wow, you don't look anything like your picture." She sits down despite his comment and orders a drink. I checked on them occasionally, but neither of them wanted to order food. Every time I turned into what they were saying, I noticed that he was only talking and it was mainly about his surgeries. When a bar table freed up behind them, the man looked at me and said, "We are all sitting here and I'm having dinner." He stood up and sat down before she could even answer. When I brought menus over to them, he pointed at something random and she ordered a small pasta dish. He continued to talk only about himself and showed her pictures of his ex-wife throughout the meal. She barely spoke. Towards the end of the meal, he looked at her and said, "Have another glass of wine." She declined. He replied with, "What do you think I'm going to do? Take advantage of you?" "That's exactly what you sound like you're going to do," and turned to wink at me. She pushed her plate away and asked me for the check. Once the man said he was going to pay, she grabbed her purse and left. Good on you, girl. Why do people go on a date just to talk about themselves the whole time? Huh? You know you're there to get to know someone else, right? Like you're trying to find the one for you. Like, aren't you supposed to be more interested in your date than yourself, bro? Interesting. Her husband showed up and he was pissed. Her husband showed up to her date? Wow. Dude, I want to be there to witness the drama, man. A young couple, no more than 20, he ordered for her, red flag 1. What he ordered for her was a salad, red flag number 2, and a nice big oof to pair with it. He ordered a standard meat and potatoes entree for himself. I would have walked out after that if he ordered me a salad. Wow! Before the food arrived, he went to the washroom and she flagged me down saying she was leaving and asked if she could pay for her half. I told her no, he ordered everything, he could pay for it. She thanked me and bailed. Took him probably 30 minutes to ask if she had left, and I explained that she had and why. And in the end, I got to eat the salad he'd ordered for her. What the hell is he thinking? Like, what are these people thinking when they order a salad for their date? And he's gonna give himself a big steak and some potato fries. Come on now. A girl and a guy go on a blind date. They've been talking on the phone before to get to know each other, and here comes the first date. He was there first waiting and she came in. They talk for a minute. He says, "Oh, let me get the flowers for you. It's in the car." He walks out and doesn't return. Felt bad for her. You can at least finish the date or drink and then gracefully leave. So like he saw her in person and then he just left because he didn't like what he saw. Wow, that's lame. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!